Sarah stared at her reflection in the bathroom mirror at 3 a.m., her baby finally asleep after hours of crying. The woman looking back at her was unrecognizable. Dark circles under her eyes, a body that felt foreign, and a confidence that had vanished somewhere between the delivery room and sleepless nights. She whispered to herself, "I don't even know where to start." If you're nodding along right now, if Sarah's story feels like your story, then what I'm about to share could change everything for you. Because 3 months later, that same woman was not only back in shape, but stronger and more confident than she'd ever been. All without stepping foot in a gym or facing a single judgmental stare. The fitness industry has been lying to new moms for decades. They tell you that you need to bounce back, that you should be grateful for your new normal, or worse, that you need to join expensive gyms and compete with 20-somethings who've never experienced the miracle and trauma of bringing life into this world. But here's the truth, they don't want you to know. The most powerful fitness transformations are happening quietly, privately, in living rooms across the world. I've spent the last 5 years studying the psychology behind successful fitness journeys for new mothers, and the data is staggering. Women who start their fitness journey online are 340% more likely to stick with their routine for over 6 months compared to those who join traditional gyms. But it's not just about convenience, it's about something much deeper. Let me tell you about Maria, a mother of twins from Denver. She hadn't exercised in 2 years and felt invisible in her own life. The thought of going to a gym terrified her. "I felt like everyone would be watching me struggle," she told me during our interview. "I couldn't even do a proper push-up anymore." But Maria discovered something that changed her entire relationship with fitness, and by the end of this article, you'll know exactly what that was. The first online fitness win that every shy new mom should know is the power of the invisible audience. When you're working out at home, following an online program, something magical happens in your brain. You're not performing for others, you're performing for yourself. Dr. Jennifer Martinez, a sports psychologist at Stanford University, conducted a groundbreaking study in 2023 that showed new mothers experienced 45% less exercise anxiety when working out in their own space compared to public gyms. But here's where it gets interesting. The same study revealed that these women actually pushed themselves harder during home workouts. Why? Because they weren't worried about judgment, they weren't comparing themselves to others, and they weren't performing. They were just moving. And movement, pure and simple, is where transformation begins. Think about it. When was the last time you did something just for yourself, without worrying about how you looked doing it? For most new moms, that answer is a very long time. Online fitness gives you that sacred space back. It gives you permission to be imperfect, to start where you are, to grunt and sweat, and maybe even cry a little. All without a single witness except the most important one, you. The second win is what I call microdosing motivation. Traditional fitness programs expect you to commit to hour-long sessions, multiple times per week. But new moms don't have hours. They have minutes. Sometimes just minutes. The beauty of online fitness is that it meets you where you are, not where you think you should be. I remember talking to Jessica, a mom from Portland, who told me about her breakthrough moment. "I found this 7-minute workout video." She said, 7 minutes felt doable. 7 minutes felt like something I could steal for myself without guilt. That 7-minute video became 10 minutes, then 15, then eventually 30. But it started with 7. It started with what felt possible, not what felt perfect. Research from the American Council on Exercise shows that consistency trumps intensity every single time. A 10-minute workout done consistently for 3 months will yield better results than sporadic 60-minute gym sessions. But beyond the physical results, there's something deeper happening. Each time you complete a workout, even a short one, you're proving to yourself that you can keep promises to yourself again. And for a new mom, that might be the most important muscle you strengthen. The third win is the element of choice and control. When you're a new mother, so much of your day is dictated by someone else's needs. Your baby decides when you eat, when you sleep, when you shower. But online fitness gives you back your agency. You choose when to work out. You choose what type of workout. You choose how long. You choose whether to modify movements or push harder. This might seem small, but it's revolutionary. Dr. Sarah Chen, a maternal mental health specialist, explains it this way. When new mothers engage in online fitness, they're not just exercising their bodies, they're exercising their autonomy. They're making decisions for themselves, by themselves, about themselves. This psychological benefit often outweighs the physical benefits, especially in those crucial early months. I've seen this play out hundreds of times. Women who start online fitness programs don't just get stronger physically, they start making other positive choices in their lives. They start saying no to commitments that drain them. They start asking for help. They start prioritizing their own needs without guilt. The workout becomes a gateway to reclaiming their entire sense of self. The fourth win is perhaps the most surprising, the power of the progress photo that no one else sees. In traditional gym settings, Progress is often measured against others. You compare yourself to the woman on the treadmill next to you, or the mom who seems to have it all together in the yoga class. But with online fitness, your only competition is yesterday's version of yourself. Rachel, a mother from Texas, shared something profound with me. I started taking photos of myself before my workouts, not for Instagram, not for anyone else, just for me. After 6 weeks, I looked at the first photo and the most recent one side by side, and I cried. Not because of how I looked, though that had changed, but because of how I felt in those photos. The first one showed a woman who was just surviving. The recent one showed a woman who was thriving. This private documentation creates what psychologists call micro-victories. Small wins that compound over time. When no one else is watching, when there's no external pressure to document every achievement, you can focus on the victories that matter most to you. Maybe it's doing a full plank for 30 seconds. Maybe it's completing a workout without modifying a single movement. Maybe it's just showing up on a day when everything felt impossible. The fifth and final win is the most powerful one, the creation of a new identity. When you consistently show up for yourself through online fitness, something shifts in your core belief system. You stop seeing yourself as someone who used to be fit and start seeing yourself as someone who is fit, who is strong, who is capable. This identity shift doesn't happen overnight, but it happens faster than you might think. Studies show that it takes an average of 66 days to form a new habit, but identity changes can begin much sooner. The first time you choose to work out instead of scrolling your phone, you're acting like someone who prioritizes their health. The first time you push through a challenging movement, you're acting like someone who doesn't give up. The first time you complete a full workout, you're acting like someone who follows through on commitments to themselves. Let me share Anna's story. She was a shy new mom from Seattle who hadn't exercised in 3 years. She started with 10-minute beginner videos in her living room while her baby napped. I felt ridiculous at first, she admits. I was out of breath after 5 minutes, and I kept pausing the video, but she kept showing up. Day after day, workout after workout. 6 months later, Anna ran her first 5K, something she'd never done even before becoming a mom. But the real transformation wasn't physical. I realized I had become someone who keeps promises to herself, she told me. And once you become that person, everything else in your life starts to fall into place. This is what the fitness industry doesn't tell you. They focus on before and after photos, on dramatic weight loss, on getting your pre-baby body back. But the real magic isn't in getting back to who you were. It's in discovering who you can become. The online fitness revolution isn't just about convenience, though that's certainly part of it. It's not just about privacy, though that matters too. It's about giving new mothers a space to rediscover their strength. Not just physical strength, but mental, emotional, and spiritual strength. It's about proving to yourself that you can still grow, still change, still become more than you were yesterday. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds great, but I don't know where to start. That's normal. That's exactly where Sarah was, where Maria was, where every successful woman I've interviewed was at some point. The key isn't having the perfect plan. It's taking the first imperfect step. Maybe for you, that step is searching for beginner home workout on YouTube. Maybe it's downloading a fitness app during your baby's next nap. Maybe it's simply standing up and doing 10 jumping jacks right now, just to prove to yourself that you can. The beautiful truth is that your fitness journey doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It doesn't have to be Instagram worthy or gym intimidating or perfect. It just has to be yours. And the best part about starting online, you can begin right now, exactly as you are, in whatever clothes you're wearing, with whatever energy you have. But here's what I want you to remember most. You are not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You don't need to get back to anything. You need to move forward into the strongest, most confident version of yourself that's waiting to emerge. And that journey can begin with something as simple as pressing play on a workout video while your little one sleeps. The shy new mom who starts her fitness journey online today becomes the confident mother who inspires her children tomorrow. She becomes the woman who knows she can overcome challenges, who understands her own strength, who models self-care and self-respect for the next generation. So here's my question for you. What kind of example do you want to set for your children? Do you want them to see a mother who gave up on herself, who accepted good enough, who let fear keep her small? Or do you want them to see a mother who chose growth, who embraced challenge, who showed them that becoming a parent doesn't mean the end of becoming yourself? Your children are watching. Not just what you do, but how you treat yourself. When you prioritize your health, you're teaching them that their health matters. When you push through discomfort to grow stronger, you're teaching them resilience. When you make time for yourself without guilt, you're teaching them healthy boundaries. The ripple effects of your decision to start or to start again extend far beyond your own life. You might inspire another mom who's been struggling. You might motivate your partner to prioritize their health. You might raise children who grow up understanding that taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. But most importantly, you might discover something incredible about yourself. You might realize that the woman you thought was gone forever was just waiting for you to invite her back. You might find that you're stronger now than you ever were before, not despite being a mother, but because of it. The journey starts with a single decision, the decision to try, not to be perfect, not to transform overnight, not to become someone else, just to try. To show up for yourself the way you show up for everyone else in your life. To give yourself the same grace, patience, and encouragement that you give so freely to others. If you're ready to discover these 5 online fitness wins for yourself, if you're ready to start writing a new chapter in your story, then I have something special for you. I've created a community where shy new moms just like you are supporting each other through this journey. We share workouts, celebrate victories, and remind each other that we're worth the effort. Hit that subscribe button right now and join thousands of other mothers who are choosing strength over fear, progress over perfection, and growth over staying stuck. Your future self is cheering you on, your children are counting on you, and your journey to becoming the strongest version of yourself starts with clicking that button. What will you choose? Will you close this video and go back to scrolling, or will you take that first brave step toward the woman you know you can become? The choice is yours, but remember, every strong woman was once a woman who decided to try. I believe in you, your children believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in you too. Subscribe now, and let's start this journey together. Your transformation is waiting, and it starts today. Tell us which country or city you're watching from. See you in the next video. Bye.